Hello, families. Mrs. Lubitz here, giving you a little introduction about Google Classroom. So, I've been talking to different parents and just kind of gathering information. And moving into next week, since you won't have the packets and just like something tangible in your hands for you to be able to do, I am going to push out Google Classroom. And so, this Google Classroom is just here for you to help organize all your materials. If you're like, I don't want to do another new thing, don't worry about it. We will still be using Class Dojo and Facebook to push out information, but I just wanted to be able to give you something additional that you can log into one spot and all your information be there. And so you're not scrolling through Class Dojo if I missed something or trying to look for a post or just a website or whatever that you need. Okay. So what is Google Classroom? So if you check out Google Classroom, this is what it will look like, the page, and you'll click into first grade. And so all you'll see in your Google Classroom, let me log myself off. What you'll see in your Google Classroom is you'll see your assignments, and there'll be 3 assignments for the week, right? And then you'll have two pages down here to talk about. So before we get into that, and I'll click on everything and show you exactly what it looks like. But before we get into that, how do I log into Google Classroom? So what happens is the Cornell School District is a Google school. So we're Google certified. And since we're Google certified, each student, when they enter from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, have their own Google account. All right, so your Google account is just a couple letters and numbers, and then it's at cornellstudents.com. So if you look here, right, so you'll see at cornellstudents.com, right? So everyone has their own password, which is Go Raiders, and that's right down here. It's Go Raiders. The passwords are case sensitive, so you have to be careful that you have this capital G and capital R. So, and all passwords are the same for all students at this age. So, what are all these letters and numbers over here? What is this? So, basically, the thought process behind creating these Google accounts are that CN is the Cornell network, 3-1 is the year that they're going to graduate. Can you believe you have a future graduate of 2031? And then the 2 letters here are the first letter of your first name and last name. So if your name is John Doe, your 2 letters would be JD. Mine, Rachel Lubitz, would be RL. So that's the only thing that changes in this entire Google account. So every student in first grade has the CN, the 31, the year they graduate, and then the 2 letters. That's the only thing that changes. And they all have the at cornellstudents.com. So make sure you remember to put students with the S when you're when you're doing that part. Okay. So with that being said, that will be your log on. So what will happen is how do you log into Google Classroom? So I'll be sending this email out later tonight, this evening, for you to be able to read and have this for you. So you'll just come over and you're going to click on this link right here. So when you click on this link, it's going to take you to the Google Classroom. But before you click on the link, I practice it in a couple of different ways. So there's 2 things that will happen when you click on this link. The first one, when you click on it, it will prompt you to log into to your Gmail account, which will be right here. Okay, you use your child's Google account and the password to log in. All right. Now, what happens if you actively have your own Gmail account? So anytime I click on that, it automatically pushes me into first grade because it's my name. Now, my daughter, who has a Gmail account, whenever she used her account, when she clicked on it, she doesn't have access to the first grade account. So what will happen if you have a Gmail account, it will say, don't see your existing class. So they don't see it. So it says, hey, you're not in this class. You're not allowed to come in here. And it will say, try, and in blue, it says try another account. That's where you're going to click. So you'll click on that account. So if you're a parent and you have a Gmail account and you click on this link, it's going to show you a screen like, whoa, what do you mean? I don't see it. don't panic. Just say try another account. When you click on that try another account, it's going to prompt you to type in your Google account and then your password. And then it will take you to there. All right. So they remember that this is their Google account. So when you click on this name, it's going to show you your name. So if I clicked on this account right here, it's going to say, "Hi, John Doe, you're here." Right? So it's going to show you your name. So you'll see your child's name on here when you click into the Google Classroom. So with that being said, let's click here. Let's click and go. So when you click, it'll look like this. All right, so that's what I showed you before. So there's a couple different things here. So the first one you have is your streaming. So this has your lessons. And so what lessons do you have? So your first lesson here that I posted for your new assignment. Now yours might look slightly different than mine because I have the teacher view and you have the student view. But the lessons itself will be the same. So your first lesson posted it says lesson 24, a tree is a plant. That's the name of our story, progress monitoring. So when you look at this, it's going to say here, practice reading words and sentences fluently with little or no errors. And email a recording of your child's reading, the sheet to your child's teacher. Simple. Here's all your teacher's email addresses. So then you'll click on this, and when you click it, progress monitoring sheet. That's what you'll be practicing. Feel free to print it if you want, or just keep on practicing. It will always be here. You can download it if you wanted to, and it would download into your student account. So that's number one. Number two, your next one is lesson 24, a tree is a plant. Reading counts quiz. So we want you to do a reading counts quiz. So here you're going to view the reading story, A Tree is a Plant. You can click right here. You can read the story on YouTube. You can listen to it. You can press pause on it. You can have your child read the lines that they say to practice reading it however you want to, but they'll be able to see that story. After they're done with the story by Friday, you need to take the reading counts test. So here's the link right here to your reading counts. Okay. Then the third thing is your Khan Academy, right? So we have chapter 8 Khan Academy. Here it is. Click it here. Now remember, here's our class code, whatever you need to get into Khan Academy. Those are your 3 things. Those are your assignments. As soon as I know that you're done and you're completed them, I'll be able to grade it and show you that you're completed. There are 2 other things that you'll see, right? There are 2 things down here that you'll see. So the first one is our learning outline. So if you click on the learning outline, this is what we've been posting every day. So on this learning outline, you'll be able to look at it. Here is what we will post on Dojo and what we will post on Facebook. It's right here for you. So the must-dos are your assignments in Google Classroom. The can-dos are extra. They're here. You can click on them. You can do whatever you want in here for extra, right? It's just extra practice. So if you're able to get this done really quickly and you want more, here's more for you to be able to do. Same with math. Here it is. Along with that, there's always your enrichment website. So you're always going to have these websites right here. So that's there. Okay? Right? The other one, just one more time, your quick website. So here you are for all of your websites. These are all the websites that we have been using. Everything on here, there's tutorials, and if you click on here, if you're not sure how to get into these, there's little tutorials that I added on, so you're able to see that. Same with the Think Central. Think Central has this is your reading story. So if you want actual books and you want your child to click through and read the book, here's Think Central. It shows you how to get into Think Central. It also shows you how to get into Reading Counts. So if you're not sure how to do those things, click on the tutorial, watch it, learn a little bit more information for you. So it's there. You don't have to do that, but they're there. Okay. And just remember, your kids know how to use Reading Counts. They log on every single day by themselves and they type in their quiz. It might take them a little bit because they're slower at typing than you, but they can do it. And they do it very well, and they practice and do that all the time. So don't let them trick you and let them think that they can't do it, because they can, I promise. Okay? And so that is Google Classroom, right? So that's there. There's a couple other things for you to be able to see. So I'll click on classwork, and you'll actually see that your classwork will be what's in blue. This is all blanked out because this is what I'm scheduled for you to do in the next few weeks. So don't worry about that. You won't see this at all. You'll only see these blue tabs on your child's Google Classroom. But in here, I wanted to show you these two things here. Right? The Google Calendar shows you when things are due, so it's a reference for you. There's also this thing, it's called Class Drive folder. So when you click on the Class Drive folder, it takes you into your own personal folder. So your own personal folder of your Google account, you could actually make a document that saves all of your student passwords and things that will be in there for you to be able to reference, and it will always be there. So if you wanted a place to type things down, that's for you to see. Okay, so not anyone else in the Google Classroom can see that. But in here, so you see this nice big folder that I made, I shared this with you. So if you wanted to see the learning outline, which is already on Classroom, which is already in the classroom, remember, so you can do that quick reference, the learning outline and that. So it's there, but I also shared it with you in your folder. Oh. I also shared it with you in your folder. Sorry, I clicked the wrong tab, but I shared it with you here too. Same with that quick website reference guide. How do you get to this? Because when you click on that folder, it's going to look different than when I do. So you'll have to go and click on this shared drive. When you click on that shared drive, you'll see the folder, this one, that I shared with you. So it'll be here for you. In here, all of these PDFs, those are all the progress monitoring sheets. So they're all there. So if for some reason, you can't remember, or you just wanted to be able to look at them in a different way, you can. But remember, the progress monitoring sheet is in your lesson, and it's right here. So it's there for you. So it's easy for you to click. Okay? So that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you today to talk about. I will be emailing you all this information, so please don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. I'll have it all here for you. I'm here to help you with any questions that you might have. I'm just trying to make it easier for everyone and just give you one place to be able to go to get information. So I hope this helps. We're working hard for you. We miss you. We would much rather be in the classroom teaching your little kiddos, but unfortunately we're not allowed. So I just want to let everyone know to have a great evening. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me a message. Bye-bye.